son, I'm loving for him, I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing.
We are just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's going to go for a big play downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
50. Hey, you block over here. 36. Orbit. 36. They can't hang with us.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He'll return it from the 6. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Go.
Working out of the gun, Winston. Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick, and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6. Ready. Flag. What is that? I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. My game. Watch the curl. Sonny.
On 3rd down, Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 16, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Winston. Going deep this time for Miller. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the shotgun, it's Winston. He's got Evans. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Check by 33. Check by 33. Mike, check 33. 33.
Jameis now on 1st down. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jameis to throw it. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now Rodgers to throw again. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Rodgers now on first down. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Okay, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Charles, I don't know what's going on in that defensive team meeting room, but they better keep it rolling. 3 picks last week, 2 here now in the first quarter.
Everyone talks about creating turnovers and getting takeaways, but until it gets put into action, it's just talk. And
nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point.
Check 13. Check 13.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he's going to go down again. Aaron Donald in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
318. 630. He's not going to get me. Hey, dude. 36 to Mike. Over. Mike, 36. Box it. I smell fear now. Yeah, Liz. Hey, box truck. 36.
Rodgers now on first down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And it's now 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
At the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch twist. Green, triple team. Twist. Set it. Check, go.
Now Winston. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Winston from the gun on third down. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Josh Gordon, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Throwing it on third and long. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check. Under 10, under 10, 10. Check 26, check 26. Flip it. He's checking crap.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on.
First down, Winston. And Evans calls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
From the 29, Rodgers flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
You draw perfect. Get 300. Get 300. Hey, Alpha. 36. Line 36.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded just inside the 30. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Easy. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Let's go, D. Let's go. 44. Mike.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, Winston. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Blake Martinez. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. 26. Check 9, check 9.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey, wahoo!
Here's Rodgers. It's caught by OBJ. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
319, 50. You. Zoom. Mike, 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we go. Hey. Mike 7. Here, Mike. 54. Mike 54. I got it.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer 1st down. On 1st down, Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
44 is Mike. 44 is Mike. He don't know no better.
Winston. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And this will be called officially a 66-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Shit! Check, 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 check. Bang, 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 bang. Check 50, check 50. Easy.
They'll go again to Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Watch twist. Watch twist. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check. Let's go now. Fresh zone. Wait. Hey, watch this. Watch this. Watch twist. Watch the twist. You easy.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Ready. Black 25. Hey, watch your leg. 5-0. Heavy. Come on. Sunday. 33. Let's go.
To throw is Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. This is Carson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On the stop was Aaron Donald. On 2nd down, it's Carson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point... not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
Jim. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Again, it's Jones. And that one blown up quickly. as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
44's Mike. Check. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Four's the Mike.
Throwing, Winston. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
First and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now it's Carson. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, exit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Hey, Delta.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing deep here for... And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Packers. Brandon Coleman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
Bravo. Get that ball. Check the backer, check the backer. Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Let's get it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Jones And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. They'll go with Jones. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
Now a give, right side. Carson, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Rush in. Box it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Throwing is Rodgers. Eluding and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Mike check 33.
Here's Winston. And this is caught by Evans. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. And he's got Miller. 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
258. 54. It's been a long day for you. Easy. Hey, 88. 53. Over. Check.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Following the interception, Winston. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing again on second down. Winston. Oh, and now some space to operate. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Jameis to throw it. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down. The first down throw for Winston. He's got the hook up to Miller. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
To throw again on second down. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Winston. And he finds Cook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 24 yards. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Here's Winston. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They run again with Carson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Bucks going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Second and 12, and you have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The Bucks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the Bucks with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down.
Hey, team six. Team six.
Hey, we have you on the edges.
Box it.
Mike spot four.
Jumbo.
Rodgers to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Dante Fowler. He continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Green Bay, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Bucks, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.